Live stream.
Nice as that. Yes.
Just let me get to Facebook here.
Oh, it's not, exactly.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody presses it.
Go ahead, Meg.
All right. Good evening. This meeting is being held in accordance with the public laws of 1975, chapter 231, and adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by a notice sent to the Asbury Park Press, the Two River Times, and the Star Ledger, and posted in the main lobby of the municipal building and on the municipal website. OPMA authorizes municipalities to conduct public hearings, public meetings through use of streaming services and other online meeting platforms. The Red Bank Council is meeting in person as well as providing an option for the public to participate via Zoom video meetings. Please note that the option to attend is being provided as a courtesy. Therefore, if Zoom becomes unavailable during the meeting and it cannot quickly be fixed, council will continue with the remainder of the meeting. For those joining us via Zoom, please raise your hand during designated times to be recognized for a comment. Whether you are appearing in person or via Zoom, you must provide your name to be recognized. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Small slip of the pledge. Smalls is definitely campaigning. He even stood for the pledge. Yeah. All right, roll call, please.
Councilmember Cassidy,
Present.
Councilmember Facey Blackwood. Here. Councilmember Forrest.
Present.
Councilmember Janone. Present. Deputy Mayor Trigiano. Here. Mayor Portman.
Here.
Councilmember Bonatakis is excused.
We're gonna jump over. Have we heard from the Boys and Girls Club? No. Okay, well, if they roll in a little bit later, we'll get to them, otherwise we'll skip it. Let's jump right to public comment. Can I have a motion to open public comment on agenda items only?
Make such a motion.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, anyone have any comments on agenda items only? Anyone online, Jim?
No, sir.
No, everyone good? All right, can I have a motion to close the public comments on agenda items only?
I'll make such a motion.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Can I have a motion to approve the minutes from July 11th, 2024?
So moved.
I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Next up, public hearing and adoption of 2024-35 ordinance amending chapter 9 boards, committees and commissions and chapter 608 streets and sidewalks of the borough's revised general ordinances to create a complete and green street advisory committee and establish a complete and green streets policy. Can I have a motion to open the public hearing on this ordinance only?
So moved.
Can I have a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone online, Jim?
No, sir.
Anyone here in this packed meeting hall want to comment on this? No? All right, can I have a motion to close the public hearing on this ordinance only?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Can I have a motion to adopt ordinance 2024-35?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Bonatakis is excused. Councilmember Cassidy.
Yes.
Councilmember Facey Blackwood. Yes. Councilmember Forrest.
Yes.
Councilmember Janone.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Trigiano.
Yes.
Mayor Portman.
Yes. Thank you. Does anyone have anything they want pulled out or focused on in the resolutions, or can we do them all on the consent agenda?
No objection, Mayor.
Okay. We all good? Then can I have a motion to approve resolutions 24-149 through 24-182?
149 and then 174 through 182.
I'm sorry. All right. So can I have a motion to adopt resolution 149 and also 174 through 182?
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Bonatakis is excused. Councilmember Cassidy.
Yes.
Councilmember Facie Blackwood.
Yes.
Councilmember Quars.
Yes.
Councilmember Janone.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Tridiano.
Yes.
Mayor Portman.
Yes,
Passes.
okay. We're flying, gonna set a new record. Um, I have a motion to open the floor for public question and comment.
I'll make such a motion, Mr. Mayor.
Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Right. Anyone have any comments on the agenda? Anyone online, Jim?
No, she meant everything.
No?
No, it's public comment.
It's public comment.
Oh,
Yeah, on anything.
It's
Yeah.
an agenda.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, I apologize. Yeah, public comment on anything.
Cindy Burnham, 71 Wallace Street. I came across, this came into my possession, this letter, and I would just like a little clarification as to what exactly is going on here. It's from a Rohan Tadeus. Okay, environmental resolutions, it's engineering, planning. Okay, here's the letter. They're talking about property. He's writing to somebody in Monmouth County. The property is owned by the Red Bank School District, and the Borough of Red Bank has developed it into an active recreation field, football, baseball, etc. The property is also considered a contaminated property due to the presence of historic fill, which leads me to think it's count-based. A restricted use response action outcome was issued by myself as LSRP for this site in September of 2023. The district has asked me to reach out to your office to determine if the use of open space funds by the borough prohibits the district as owner from potentially selling the property to a commercial or residential developer. Current remediation issues notwithstanding, please let me know whom in your office would be able to provide the requested information. You know nothing about this?
I know nothing about it. It sounds like someone,
I don't think you would know.
right? The district just,
So it's what it is somebody.
Well, it sounds like the district wrote the request, correct?
the way you're reading
The
that?
Board of Ed. And I think they're trying to sell the property.
I think there's,
on account basis.
it sounds like they're looking at what their options are, right?
I don't even know what the,
Yeah, I can't even speculate though, but it's nothing that the borough wrote.
The borough did, oh, okay, because they're trying to sell, they want to know if they can sell, obviously it's under.
Yeah, and I don't want to speculate, but it's that draft is not from the borough.
Okay, you guys knew nothing about this?
no,
Thank you.
I appreciate you bringing it.
yeah.
Anyone else? Yes, Sue.
It's 25 Cedar Street. Number one, I got a call this morning. There was a dog attack incident at East Park. There was dogs off the leash and there was another gentleman walking a dog on the leash and they had a little dog fight there. I thought the rule was all dogs are supposed to be on the leash in public, and if so, who's enforcing it?
Well, it used to be, we used to have our own animal control. Right now it's shared services, so.
They wouldn't, but animal control would not be going around town,
No.
making sure, I mean,
It's all about police can write
the dog, yeah, that's police. That's correct.
Great for safety, so, I mean, keep on, that is dangerous. I mean, I've had my dog attacked by a unleashed dog in my neighborhood, but at the time, we had animal control, and it came and took care of the situation promptly, and it was done. So now, we don't have it, I got a call, and I said, I don't know, I said, call dispatch.
I guess you would call dispatch the same way that you would call control.
That's what I said. All right, today. Another question, if someone was cutting down a tree and they put the tree stub and everything in the street, who is responsible for moving? Is that a service from the town? Or is the person who cut down the tree responsible for moving the trunk and everything off the street?
Yeah, I think it really depends on like the size of the,
I mean, I don't know, branches and stuff you can brush,
Right.
I'm talking like an actual big tree and and stuff.
Yeah, if somebody's having a tree removed, they should be removing the actual tree trunk and everything else.
And if
themselves.
the town picked it up, would you bill back the resident who did it?
I don't know, I'm not gonna speculate. Yeah, probably not.
No.
So then it's, so if I was gonna cut down a tree, maybe a bad neighbor, you just stick it on the street and the town saw it, they picked it up. I'm a fool for paying for my tree to be removed.
I mean, it's a balancing act, right? I mean, we don't bill people for litter, right? So there's a balancing act between having a tree on the side of the street and just removing it and solving the problem and moving on to the next day, as a DPW, or try, if it's obviously something with a registration or titled like a boat or a car or something like that, there'd be further investigation, but it's a balancing act that it would really be Jim's discretion. Someone might call and say, hey, someone left a tree in the road. There's information about where it was. We might chase the person down. If there's not, we're probably just gonna pick it up and try to keep the streets clean.
Yeah,
You know.
there's a lot of dumping on my street. There's a lot of trees and brush every other day, there's just more and more, and there's not that many trees on my street, like I don't see them coming down. If I see landscapers.
Well, look, so you can dispose of that stuff in a yard, and I've had this issue frankly in my town where I'm a councilman. It's probably one person who doesn't have access to the yard anymore because they didn't pay the yard bill. So you can probably keep an eye on it and figure out who it is, and if you do, we'll let code know that it's on your street, and they'll keep an eye on it, and the person will eventually get caught. When it's the same kind of debris material all the time, it's typically a contractor who doesn't pay their bill for the yard. And you can use your eyes, see something, say something, tell your neighbors, you'll eventually figure out who it is. They ultimately had a stakeout in my town where we waited until the gentleman dumped it all over the middle school field and they turned the lights on him. So that's usually what that kind of issue is. It's difficult until someone gets a lead, but it's usually the neighbors it was the neighborhood that figured it out in my town. So keep an eye on it and we'll tell code and we'll try to figure out who's doing it.
I mean, it's a safety issue, it's a parking issue, there's a lot of parking spots on my street when the lights.
Yeah,
I'm very.
it's illegal dumping.
I'll see what's on my street, and I know they're not coming to my street.
But it's definitely not legal but obviously, neighbors with ring cameras, if it's on a street,
I don't need another angle, because I have them dumping it, but I can't get the license plate.
there you
I
go.
have the video, I can't get the plate.
So, yeah, I mean, that's how it
Is there a
happens.
name on the side of the truck or anything?
So, no.
No, because you knew where the camera was, because you probably lived 2 blocks down.
Right, when you have a commercial car, you're supposed to have a name or the license on it with commercial plates. But a lot of cars on my street that have commercial plates do not have the correct lettering on the truck. I don't see any tickets for that, so no. If they follow the rules, yes, I'd probably be able to see the numbers, but they don't, so.
Yeah, I mean, the pump doesn't, you'll just keep us updated. It sounds like you're already kind of on the case.
Yeah.
But that's literally how it happens because
That is the bottom line.
the person usually knows the area. So if you see something, say something, and we'll make a note of it and tell code. And we'll probably find them eventually. When you change the angle of the camera, he doesn't notice one night.
And I'm speaking for myself, not on behalf of the school board or library board, but I'm appreciating. Saturday, there's like some kind of event going on at the library, and we were told that, the police and everybody's informed, that everybody's aware. If you agree with people or not, they still have the right to use public space, so, I wanna really thank, the town for their help.
Anyone else? Anyone online?
No, sir.
No? Or can I have a motion to close the public comment?
Make such a motion, Mr. Mayor.
Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Hi.
All right, Dave, you got anything for me? All right, Nancy?
Yes, the Shade Tree Committee wants to thank DPW for going out and watering the gator bags and making sure all the trees are watered so that they're doing very well. So I wanted to let Jim know that the DPW is doing a great job. And personally, I did see the guy, I think his name is Nick, with the water filling up a gator bag. And I also want to personally say that I did see the parking car on the west side of town patrolling and making sure that, everything is copacetic. So, I just wanted to let you know, I appreciate the work that the town is doing. EC has no report. Other than that, I'm good.
All right, thank you.
All of that, right?
Councilman Forrest.
Well, I just wanted to, I actually heard a compliment for the first time. I think it was at the senior center on Wednesday of our parking enforcement on the west side. I hope it's true on the side too. Some, resident commented that they're doing a nice job doing enforcement on the street. So there you go, Jim. So, Parks and Rec is very busy. And we have started our movies, in the park. It seems to be doing well. We also have jazz tonight. We have West Side Jazz Concert starting on August 8th for the whole month. And the annual Hispanic Heritage Celebration, September 15th. Our Parks and Rec meeting is this coming Tuesday. Everyone is welcome, of course, they'll be right here. Those are my reports, Mr. Mayor, unless you have any questions for me.
Thank you, Laura.
Hi, couple things from the library. We're gonna have a warm welcome to the library September 7th from 11 to 1. It's National Library Card Month. They'll have activities, snacks, photo booth, jackets for all children. They partnered with the Red Bank Elks. So that's on September 7th. And they're gonna have weekly drop-ins to make and take crafts at the library. Their summer reading program comes to an end on August 15th with a wrap-up party in the meeting room from 5 to 7. Join us for food, games, and prizes. And animal welfare, we're going to be having dog days again. So we're going around getting donations for baskets and gifts. It'll be at Riverside Gardens this year. It's on September 7th from 12 to 4.
And do we have an update on maybe another Yappy Hour down at the Broadway?
I think Paul was working with Tom on that.
All right, good, thank you. Yes, Deputy Mayor.
No report from CEEC, Community Equity Engagement, but I did want to highlight a partnership that I'm extremely proud of for our municipality. For many years, we've been fortunate enough in Red Bank because of the work of a few key activists in town to have the Mexican consulate visit Red Bank. Consulate, embassy, the services provided by the Mexican consulate include birth certificates, vital records, passports. This is stuff that, you know, is integral for many of our residents in Red Bank. For years, these were taking place in church basements and places of that nature. And myself and others truly felt that government business should take place in a proper municipal building. Government business is government business. So this Saturday at 10 a.m., the Mexican consulate will be here in Red Bank and they will be utilizing the senior center. There were many pre-meetings. Jim has been integral to this. I'm happy to report that all appointments with the consulate have been filled 100%. This is a really big deal. I can't stress that enough. We are having very wonderful people come and visit our town, not just the consulate, but also key members of Mexican government, including Roberto, and I always forget his last name. He's the chief officer of North America and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Mexico. He oversees all foreign affairs in America and Canada for Mexico, and he's going to be coming to Red Bank. So that's a really high honor. I'm really honored that we are here offering these services in Red Bank. Of course, they are open to neighboring municipalities if these are services they need and they also need these services. There's people, you know, coming from other places. But this is something to be extremely proud of. So thank you to everybody for their forward vision here and for understanding that this is a really important service for our residents to have the consulate be in a government building. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Yeah, I got nothing. So nice slow week for a change, so I'm gonna enjoy it. Jim, you got anything?
Just a couple things, Mayor. And Nancy, I didn't want to steal your thunder here, but the Red Bank police making grant, I didn't know if you wanted to mention that.
Yes. For those who usually come to our council meetings, you'll recall a couple of weeks ago, Bruce Shapiro from the New Jersey Realtors Association mentioned that they would have a grant available to help us get bicycle racks and a bicycle pump along with a repair station. So we did not receive the grant through AARP, so we decided to pursue this avenue, and we did get the grant for the full amount that we asked for.
Yay.
So, yes, thank you for reminding me.
Where would those racks go?
all over town. But with a recommendation that we put the bicycle pump and the repair station at Borough Hall because you have 24-hour, 24/7 monitoring right by the police station. I think that would be awesome.
The parklet at Monmouth Street and Broad, although not the borough's direct project, it's a River Center project. I do have information that the contractor is given the notice to proceed. With the notice to proceed, they have a certain amount of time that they have 30 calendar days to complete that project. So that project shall be completed by Friday, August 23rd. There will be some traffic disruption there as they have to demo that area and clean that area up before they can actually start working on it. So just look out for any sort of traffic disruption there. I don't have the exact day, but it is going to be pretty imminent and within the next week or so that the contractor should be out starting on that project. The lead service line replacement phase 2 that we've been discussing, we did have a pre-bid meeting last week with a number of interested contractors. I was happy to see how much interest there was in that project. So we had a pre-bid meeting so that we could answer any of the potential awardees, answer any of their questions and give them as much information on the project as possible so that they all understand the project in total. And then lastly, next week we have, I've asked for us to start a DPU working group, which would be for the Public Works facility. So just looking here, we do have a meeting next Wednesday on the 31st. I've asked Councilwoman Janone, Nancy, and Dave Cassidy to be on that working group, along with Terrence, our DPU director, and the DMR architects, who are the borough's architect, to join us in that meeting as well. And then in the same vein, through probably our special projects engineers, will be naming an engineer for that project as well. So looking to get the DPU facilities project started, moving forward, keep that vision going, and obviously bringing a new facility to that area in due time. That's my report, sir.
All right, thank you. I think we do have some stuff to discuss in executive session, so I'd like to make a motion to adjourn to executive session.
I'll make such a motion.
I have a second.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Take a 5-minute break, Mr. Mayor?
Yes, and for the public's benefit, the subject of the executive session is pending litigation. The garden at Red Bank versus the borough of Red Bank. And the executive session will take about 20 minutes and no action will be taken thereafter.
Did you have something to say? I'm sorry.
I just wanted to make a little correction with what Ben said. The first Jazz in the Park on Sunday is 4th, not the 8th.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.